Odysseus, cannons and cannonballs. Sounds obvious, right? But their impact on warfare, it's just phenomenal.
Absolutely, Athena. It's the whole trajectory of how they redefined military power. Originating in China, 12th century, from rudimentary fire lances, just tubes, they spread rapidly across Eurasia by the 14th.
Fire lances? Wow! And what about their projectiles? Were they always heavy metal balls?
Not at all. Early projectiles were often just stone, even for ornate ceremonial cannons. But here's a crucial detail. Those cannonballs, stone or later iron, could absolutely be bounced off the water.
Wait, bouncing cannonballs off water? Like skipping a stone but with deadly force? That's an incredible tactical insight for naval battles.
Precisely. It was a known, effective naval tactic to extend range or strike ships from unexpected angles, maximizing impact. This ingenuity quickly set the stage for their dramatic reshaping of warfare.
Wow, so from rudimentary tubes to incredibly powerful weapons, how did that change actual battle strategies on land and at sea?
Oh, dramatically. Utterly reshaped naval warfare, ships destroying each other from a distance. On land, especially sieges, it was critical. Think Constantinople in 1453. Massive Ottoman cannons, like the Great Turkish Bombard, just breached ancient walls.
Ah, that's the famous one, isn't it? Where they just annihilated old fortifications.
Exactly. It spurred new defensive structures like bastions and star forts designed to withstand artillery. Now, speaking of naval, Pirates of the Caribbean films? Fun, but historically, not quite right.
Oh, interesting. I love those films, but always suspected Hollywood magic.
Yeah, well, ships of the line were huge warships, not pirate vessels. Pirates used smaller, faster schooners. Blackbeard's Queen Anne's Revenge was a frigate. The Flying Dutchman's triple bow chasers? Pure fantasy. Chase guns existed, but not that rotating design.
That's wild. The impact of canister shot and mobility. Where do we see this in action? Which battles stand out to you?
Oh, those. I'm Jalut, 1260. Mamluks used cannons against Mongols, possibly first with explosive gunpowder. Then Breteuil, 1346, English cannons launching fire defensively.
So, truly from the earliest days then, not just a later phenomenon.
Not at all. Constantinople, 1453, obviously, and the American Civil War. 12-pounder Napoleon and 3-inch ordnance rifle were ubiquitous. Grant even directed fire from a bell tower in Mexico City.
The 12-pounder Napoleon sounds iconic.
It was. Then, World War I, artillery reached new levels. German Big Bertha hurled an 800-kilogram projectile 13 kilometers. WW2 saw super cannons like K5 railway guns. Even Atomic Annie tested firing a nuclear shell.
A nuclear shell? That's just terrifying. The evolution is mind-blowing. A nuclear shell? Wow. From stone balls to that. So how have cannons, or what we now call artillery, evolved into today's forms, beyond those super cannons?
Well, huge leaps in the 19th century. Metal-cutting lathes allowed stronger cast-iron guns. Rifling, spiral grooves down the barrel, dramatically improved accuracy and range, totally transformed battlefield tactics.
Oh, rifling, like for a rifle, makes sense for accuracy and faster loading too.
Exactly. Breech-loading mechanisms emerged for faster reloading. Today, cannon is replaced by guns or artillery, like howitzers, mortars. It's about fire support now, you know?
Fire support? Coordinating with troop movements.
Precisely. Destroying, neutralizing, or suppressing enemy forces with precision. Modern artillery uses advanced propellants and sophisticated targeting technologies, not just gunpowder.
Right.
system cannons exist, modern naval guns are smaller. Missiles and UAVs supplement or replace cannons for greater flexibility and precision. Still, cannons remain formidable assets.
Odysseus, we've traced cannons from their earliest forms to modern artillery, but what about the specific legendary cannons from famous battles? Can we actually see any of these formidable historical pieces today?
Absolutely, Athena. Many are preserved in museums worldwide, silent witnesses to pivotal moments. Imagine seeing cannons from the American Civil War, like the 12-pounder Napoleons, found in many historical parks and museums across the U.S.
So not just pictures, but actual cannons from those specific famous battles. That's incredible. Are there any truly colossal ones that still exist for us to marvel at?
Indeed, while the massive bombard from Constantinople is mostly lost, you can find other colossal examples. Take the Dulla Greet in Ghent, a huge 15th century bombard, or the formidable Rodman guns, 15-inch models, still standing guard at places like Fort Hancock, testament to their immense scale.
Wow, a 15-inch Rodman gun. It's incredible that these powerful instruments of war are now preserved as historical records. What a journey these weapons have had. Odysseus, we've traced cannons from their earliest forms to modern artillery, and even some legendary pieces. But what about how these formidable machines are depicted in art? Are there famous oil paintings that really feature cannons?
Absolutely, Athena. When you think of cannons in art, J.M.W. Turner's The Battle of Trafalgar immediately springs to mind. It's a maelstrom of smoke, fire, and ships with cannons blazing, capturing the sheer, almost overwhelming force of naval combat. His use of light and color just amplifies the chaos.
Oh, that sounds incredibly vivid. I can almost hear the roar. Are there other famous works that show cannons, perhaps in a different setting than a raging sea battle?
Indeed. Take Diego Velázquez's The Surrender of Breda. While the focus is on the human interaction between the victorious General Spinola and the defeated Justin of Nassau, in the background, you clearly see the aftermath of a siege. The pikes and flags frame a landscape where artillery played its crucial role in breaking the city's defenses.
So artists were capturing not just the brutal action, but also the strategic impact and the lasting presence of these weapons. It's fascinating how cannons became part of these historical narratives in such a visual, impactful way.
Precisely. These paintings don't just record history, they interpret the destructive, transformative power of cannons, embedding them in our collective visual memory of warfare, from explosive naval engagements to the strategic importance in a siege's aftermath.
Odysseus, speaking of cannons in our memory, I've heard a wild theory that immense gold amounts were molten down and hidden inside metal cannons. Is there truth to that, or is it just a captivating myth?
Athena, that's a fascinating, somewhat gilded piece of historical speculation. In reality, no. There's no credible evidence of cannons ever being cast from or filled with vast quantities of gold. Gold is incredibly soft, utterly unsuitable for the immense pressures of firing.
Ah, that makes perfect sense from an engineering perspective. So no secret treasure trove inside these war machines then?
Precisely. Cannons required tough, resilient metals like bronze and later, iron. While bronze cannons were undoubtedly valuable and sometimes melted down, perhaps for coinage during desperate times, they were never gold. It's a testament to the allure of hidden treasure, but not a functional military practice.
So a powerful image, melting gold for a weapon, but purely the stuff of legends and romanticized tales.
Indeed, a captivating thought, but one grounded more in the imaginative desire for hidden riches than the hard realities of artillery metallurgy or military logistics.
Odysseus, this has been an incredible journey through the history of cannons. But speaking of their power and precision, it sparks a wild thought.
It's a truly creative leap, Athena, and you're onto something. While not cannons in the traditional sense, the concept of a powerful, precise projectile launcher is absolutely central to modern sports training. They're often called ball machines or launchers.
So it's already a thing? Like for soccer goalkeepers to practice those incredible saves?
Precisely. For goalkeepers, these machines can launch soccer balls at extreme speeds and angles, mimicking powerful shots from various distances. It allows for repetitive, intense practice of reflexes, diving saves, and positioning, far beyond what human kickers could consistently provide.
And for goal scorers too? To practice hitting targets or receiving tricky passes?
Absolutely. For goal scorers, they can be used to deliver perfect crosses or through balls repeatedly, allowing players to practice volleys, headers, and intricate finishing techniques. Beyond soccer, they're vital in tennis, baseball batting practice, and even cricket, offering consistent high-volume training.
Odysseus, talk of projectile launchers sparks a thought. Is a space shuttle an actual adaptation from a cannon? It's like such a huge leap.
A brilliant question, Athena. While both expel mass for propulsion, a space shuttle is not direct adaptation from a cannon. Cannons deliver a single, explosive impulse for ballistic trajectories. Rockets, conversely, use sustained, controlled thrust, continuously expelling propellant to overcome gravity, involving multi-stage systems, intricate guidance, and complex re-entry aerodynamics, far beyond a cannon's scope.
That distinction makes perfect sense. So a cannon fires once, but a rocket keeps pushing through space.
Exactly. Though interestingly, there was a historical project, HARP, that did successfully launch objects into space using a massive cannon. But as you noted, the complexities of human spaceflight demand a vastly more sophisticated and sustained approach.
Odysseus were explored cannons for destruction and even launching things into orbit. But were they ever employed for something less violent, like signaling or sending messages during battles?
Absolutely, Athena. Cannons were crucial for communication, especially across vast battlefields or at sea. A single distinct boom could signal the start of an attack, a retreat, or even a successful capture. They were the loudest available signal, cutting through the din of war, often combined with flag signals.
That makes perfect sense for sheer audibility. And what about musical instruments? Were bugles and drums used in tandem with these powerful signals?
Precisely. Musical instruments were vital for conveying precise commands to troops. Drums set marching pace, bugles signaled charges or retreats. Cannons would often punctuate these commands, a grand, deafening exclamation mark that reinforced the message, adding psychological impact and synchronizing movements across large formations.
So it wasn't just raw destructive power. Cannons were part of a complex, loud symphony of battlefield communication, coordinating actions and even boosting morale.